Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. I'm Joe Dog. I am still alive, barely, but I'm still here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Big thanks to Dan for covering for me while I was under the weather, and John.
Our pleasure.
And we got a full house tonight.
Hey, all we need is Heather to show up, and we'll have a full deck.
Yeah. We got Rocket Mama, Stephanie Osborne. Stephanie, thanks for tuning in. And believe it or not, Lewis Lee's with us again tonight. Is back with us tonight.
And it's party time.
Yeah. And then another of the famous crew, we've got Skunk in his
animated state.
Yeah, in his animated state. And of course, there's Bill.
These are my avatars for tonight.
Where's Bill? And Sarah Heiser is telling us hello. And Michaela says she can't stay to play, but she wanted to say hello. Well, I'm telling you, Michaela, I found the old school NyQuil with 10% alcohol, and I may not last to the half hour.
Going to be a hell of a halftime show, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so really well. So
somebody's breaking up bad.
Yeah, Lewis is transmitting from a potato, apparently.
Yeah, you're freezy and glitchy, Lewis.
You got my internet.
All right. Let me switch over to the laptop.
Oh. All right.
The iMac.
And Michaela says, "Ooh, that's the good stuff, Joe." Yeah, it is.
And Michaela, I am reading Keisha's book. You did one hell of a job, honey. Let me tell you. I can see where you had to edit. I can just about tell where your hand dipped in. So, and I am not. I'm only a little past the first murder. So,
but I got some volcano questions I need to ask Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Here we go again.
Kealea popped off, or just sort of burped the other day.
What, the Hawaiian volcano? Yeah,
the Hawaiian volcano went like, "Hey, I'm still here." One of those.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of Kilauea's hallmark.
And Mount Etna did a belch.
I
think I used to have that.
Did y'all miss me?
Etna damn near killed her.
That's why.
Now, is that a sign that the seismic activity's picking up on the planet?
If it were other volcanoes than those two, I would say yes. Kilauea is pretty much under a continuous activity.
Yeah.
And has been for decades. Etna erupts every year or two. So yeah, I'm not. At any given time, the number of volcanoes erupting on the planet is a lot larger than people think it is.
Oh,
Uh,
Yeah,
Okay,
go
so-
ahead and bring him in, Dan.
Oh, okay, Lewis. There we go.
Hey, Lewis.
Any better, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yes,
100%.
We can see you and hear you.
When the so Stephanie, when the just let me know before the Yellowstone super volcano goes off. That's the only one I'm worried about.
I'll do my best. Well, there are others to worry about, but yeah, for our purposes, I'll do my best on that one. There's currently 26 active volcanoes in eruption right now. So I mean,
People
and
need
that's
to know this.
hmm.
Just borrowing a line from Eureka.
Okay.
I haven't seen that show in forever.
I really need to rewatch it. Actually, it was quite good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking.
but 26 volcanoes, Stephanie. That's
A
I
lot.
suppose that's normal, but it doesn't seem to be from the layman's point of view.
It doesn't seem to be. Yes, you're correct on both counts. Unless it's something really, really
Hi.
spectacular. I need to hide myself if she thinks we're beautiful, or she needs glasses. Ones I don't know.
Yeah.
Um.
Hey, she
Well,
needs glasses.
she's sick right now, so
Oh,
She
okay.
was talking to me.
Well, we
And-
all know you're beautiful, Skunk. Good
And
grief.
Stephanie, if you want book promos, I got a great voiceover artist that would be perfect for you.
Oh no!
Okay.
Right below you,
Don't start, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Skunk.
I'm actually. Well, Skunk and I will talk later.
Thanks,
But-
Joe. Like I need more work.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Skunk and I won't talk later.
Kidding. I just like giving Joe a hard time. Don't you?
Okay.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, Keisha,
So-
if you saw him in person, you'd think he's twice as beautiful as his avatar.
Hey, Joe, you gotta pull the choke out once you get it started.
What? No, I don't want that engine running.
You sure about that? Because it certainly sounds like it.
I think he pulled the spark plug out of that one.
Yeah, put
Yeah, if y'all
oil in
were
it. You're
here
gonna throw a
Thursday,
rod.
if y'all were here Thursday, if you was here Thursday night, you would have understood.
I
right
was here
there at the end.
Thursday night right before you quit.
Yeah.
You you turned your mic off and everything and went dead silent on us and then came back with just all like, I gotta go.
It
We were
was
worried about you for a second.
It was bad.
We've been worried about Joe for weeks. And we're
Well,
glad
some
that he's
of
better.
us have been worried about Joe for years.
Different causes there, Skunk. Different causes.
Oh,
Yeah.
On average, there's typically around 20 volcanoes erupting at any given time, and in the course of any 1 year, anywhere from 50 to 70 different volcanoes erupt.
Does the
70
tilt-
sounds like a big number for volcanoes.
Does
Well-
the tilting of the planet have anything to do with that? The frequency, like when
You're-
like when the northern hemisphere is in winter, you see more volcanoes. And when that doesn't have anything to do with it.
I
No,
wouldn't
because
think so.
it's moving. If this is the tilt of the axis, it's moving like this in its orbit, so it's not really changing in terms of the axis tilt.
The amount of tilt. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
John's query was more related to the position of the Earth towards the sun.
Seems like gravity
we
would have a big
rotate-
effect on the plate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as we rotate, as we orbit around the sun, and as we rotate, we obviously, like in our hemisphere, we're getting less sun right now direct sunlight than we would normally. And I think John was asking if either like solar radiation or if general gravity from the sun would be affecting it.
It's actually more timed toward lunar activity because you get when the moon is in new phase or full phase, it's in line with the Earth and the sun. I'm talking over here with my hands, so you can't see it. So you wind up with an alignment of Earth, Moon, and Sun, and so you get they're just like you get a high tide in the water. You get a high tide in the rock.
Right.
It's just not as noticeable. On average, you're not going to notice it, but we can measure it.
Especially if that rock is liquid at the time.
Yes, but
I would imagine any lunar tide that affects the ocean would affect underground lava, but it wouldn't necessarily mean that there would be more likely an eruption during that. It would just mean it sloshes up, and
so we don't have
elsewhere it sloshes down.
So we don't have like seasonal volcanoes. I guess that's
no. But we do have quakes, and I think there are slightly increased probability of eruptions during high tide periods. and the tide in the rock follows the moon around as the Earth rotates, so it moves.
Neat.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It takes a little bit of thinking.
Joe, if you're not joking, it's time to wake up.
What?
He fell asleep.
Yep.
He was doing his Dan impersonation.
I need to get a little more enthusiastic in my conversations then.
No, it's the
NyQuil.
It's the NyQuil.
Well, hey, speaking of which, I'm going to be back after I acquire some caffeine.
All right. But yeah, guys,
Got
my
my caffeine.
hands. I like I said, I got the good stuff. My hands are just numb.
And the room was humming harder as the ceiling blew away.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you're finding it interesting.
Get in here, Keisha.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Send her the link, Dan.
Let me do that.
Okay. And guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for running this.
Go crash.
Yeah, I'm done. And Thursday night.
He didn't last 15 minutes.
No. Thursday night is the big Starship presentation, so I need to try to keep up on that to see what's going on, because they're talking. FAA has said definitely they'll release their findings on the 28th.
Okay.
So I need to see where we're going with that. All right. Good night.
Good night, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
Sleep well.
Sleep well.
Good night, Joe boy.
Yeah.
Pleasant
Sleep
night,
well.
viewers.
Trust me. I found the real NyQuil. I'm done.
Say hi to Freddy Krueger.
Freddy runs for me.
Why
All
did
right.
Stephanie make that face when Freddy was mentioned?
Huh?
You made a face. Bill mentioned Freddy, and you went,
Yeah, I was like, say hello to Freddy, and I'm thinking, yeah, when he goes to sleep, yeah, that's not something I'd want to meet. Yeah. So that's the reason I made that face. I am not so much into horror because I dream in Technicolor.
Yeah.
That's
Good night, y'all.
I am.
Good night, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
Ping.
Bing.
And it worked. We have a Keisha.
Yeah. Hey, Keisha.
Hi,
hey, Keisha's here.
guys.
Still doesn't have her
Melissa's
glasses
back.
on, so I guess we're all still beautiful to her.
You guys are all beautiful to me all the time, guys, even when I have my glasses on. Here, wait.
Oh,
Let me see if I can find my glasses. I cannot. I'm too blind to find my glasses.
she's such a sweet liar.
No, I think everybody's beautiful, so
Well, as I was saying
just how I am.
to
So does Ray Stevens.
Michaela, I am just past the first murder in your book.
Yes, murder.
Mhm. I'm
So
glad
sorry
it
about
wasn't
that,
the
I
dog.
think. No spoilers, but
Oh, don't do that.
Well, I finished your book and my lips are zipped,
okay.
but I need to be fully awake and caffeinated before I think about how I want to write the review. By the way, send me a link
That's
to
scary.
the review for it.
Okay.
To the Amazon? Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID is
Okay.
not fully kicking my butt yet, but it's
Skunk
trying.
is
It
playing in the
will.
background.
Just give it time.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have a live tomorrow, and they were like, "Are you sure you want to come on the show?" And I was like, "Yes, I will probably be."
Did you get your jabs?
So no, I actually did not. And
Bad girl.
I
Well,
know. I know.
there's still a very good chance that it could be mild. I've
Yeah.
seen a few people who haven't been vaccinated that's been that way. But
So
I've seen
my
more
sister
who-
actually, she has been fully vaccinated as well as got all the things, and she is just now getting over COVID. And she ended up in the hospital, and so I guess it's just the luck of the draw at this point of whether you get it bad or not. So
Everybody's physiology is different.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night
Can
show
you hear us, Lewis?
on back of the cereal box is
I guess what?
alien abductions on Cryptid Crunch.
yeah, so we actually have a special guest coming on tomorrow. He is his name is Patrick Cutler, and he made a film about aliens. So I get to talk to him about that tomorrow. And today when we were discussing it, he was like, "Can I invite my friend that has some actual pictures of cam footage of alien or what could be construed as alien figures?" And so we get to talk to them both about that tomorrow, and I'm excited because I like really weird stuff.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know me. So but yes, that is I'm excited about it tomorrow. Aliens are I love aliens.
You should travel through Roswell, New Mexico. They really play it up, both the
Or
campy
Rossville,
side of
Georgia.
it.
Or Rossville, Georgia.
Georgia?
Oh yeah, plenty of aliens in Rossville.
Oh. Trailer park, right? I wasn't going to say what I know you're thinking, John.
How do you know what John is thinking?
Oh, I know.
Oh, but Bumble's
I'm thinking abominable thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your background.
It is beautiful. I have one of those right here.
I had one, gave it to a kid. Oh, I actually had a collector's item of that one.
Bumble's down.
This is the one I often chew on.
What?
So
Why? Why do you chew on it?
no,
You can't find any pencils.
I mean I'm teething. It's my
She
vampire
loves-
teeth coming in.
She loves bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Yes.
Oh, we could go so far off the rails if this was the green room, but let's not because it isn't.
Well, if this
I
was
mean,
the green
we do have
room,
the
Carl would have
Flaming
gave me
Yeti.
a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Flaming Yeti hole.
Yes.
That is a drink that wasn't it one of your kids made up, and you are
So me and my 12-year-old son thought up an alcoholic beverage called the Flaming Yeti Hole after a show I did on the Yeti. Yeah.
Now, all I
Okay.
remember is it's blue. It has
got-
ice
it's
in it.
got
It,
ice
it
in
has
it?
stuff up around the rim, and you're supposed to set it on fire.
Yes, that is a correct statement. That is all the requirements of the Flaming Yeti
I
Hole.
gotta hand it to the 12-year-old. That is a great name for a cocktail.
It
No,
is.
so I technically named it.
Oh.
He's the one that thought of the drink.
And you can actually set it on fire.
Have you worked on the recipe for it?
We have
We-
actually. We
It
started.
didn't quite set on fire, but
Yeah,
it
we ended up just
fulfilled all
putting
the
a
rest of the
candle next to
requirements.
it. We did try to set it on fire. It failed a couple times. So we ended up just putting a candle next to it, calling it good for the night.
Okay, what are the actual
We have
ingredients?
challenged
Yeah.
Ted and Christine to come up with the flammable recipe.
Yes.
And
I
they
think
will
I
get to
could
it.
probably do that once I know what the recipe is.
So far, I think we had what was it? Ginger ale was in it.
Well, that was the thing that made it less than fatal. Yes.
Yes.
Two
I don't
parts
remember what the
Ronson.
blue alcohol was. I don't
Yeah.
really drink alcohol, guys, which is, great.
It's a
'cause I'm big-
handicap when you're trying to make up a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. So
Do you
Well,
like
needed
there
to
are
be a
several
drink.
liqueurs that are blue. I think there was some vodka
Curacao.
involved. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one. I
Curacao.
never can remember how to pronounce it.
do you like
UV blue is blue. I
do
have
you like
gotten-
licorice?
I am not a huge fan of licorice.
Okay. 'Cause I was going to say ouzo. It needs ouzo.
Ouzo tastes like licorice.
Oh yeah,
I've got a new thing. I've got.
it's
to
also
try.
flammable.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yes. Let's take down a couple things at the same time.
Well,
really.
you could toss some 151 in there too,
Oh yeah.
or top it with use a spoon and just top it with the 151 and then light the.
I do not know what 151 tastes
Uh,
like, but
um,
I do love the
it's-
song.
It's
It
rocket
doesn't
fuel.
really have a taste, but it does have a kick.
It's
does.
pretty much pure alcohol.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's like pure grain alcohol. So
I was thinking to top it off with a spoonful or two of
I drink water.
Golden Grain or something similar, which is close to 200 proof. So no, that's water, dear.
Yeah, I know. That's she was saying she drank water, and I was holding up my water bottle too.
Oh, okay. Solidarity. Yay.
If you want to add a kick to it, upgrade the ginger ale to ginger beer.
Oh, I've never had ginger beer.
Oh,
It's got a bite to it.
Spicy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
it-
spicy.
a lot more ginger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ginger is like my favorite thing on the planet. I actually cut off little pieces of it and just stick it in my mouth and chew on it until the flavor's gone.
I think you'd like ginger beer.
Do
Yeah,
you like
I
the
would.
ginger pickles that come with the sushi?
The what?
Ginger pickles.
And ginger beer is not alcoholic. It is
It's the
just
little pink orange thin slice
Yeah.
pickle stuff that comes with sushi.
I don't eat
Oh.
animal products or byproducts.
Well, not all sushi's animal. They make vegetarian sushis.
I know, but the only sushi that I've ever had that was vegan was corn sushi. It was basically rice and corn.
What about avocado and
Somebody didn't know what they were doing.
really?
Yeah. Well, no. To give her credit, she lives out in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
That is true.
Okay.
It takes me a good 40 minutes to get to the local Walmart. So, I mean, I live out there.
See if you can find Fever Tree ginger beer. That's my favorite.
I'm writing down in my notes.
Okay.
I think Cracker Barrel has it.
They might. I don't
I
know.
love Cracker
get it.
Barrel.
I can get it at my Walmart.
That's my favorite restaurant.
But it's funny because they always want me to sign for the alcoholic stuff, and it's like it's not alcoholic, guys. But it's beer. No.
It just says it's beer. It's ginger ale with a whole lot more ginger.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Do you have a Menards by you, Keisha?
It's over by the Walmart.
Oh. Well, I was going to say they have all the big line of Sprecher's pop, and they have a ginger beer amongst everything else, amongst my favorite caffeinated root beer.
Hey, you stay away from caffeine, Bill. We want to be able to go to bed tonight.
Well, you see what I got
Sweet,
tonight,
sweet.
16
Yeah.
ounces of it.
That's the Mexican Coca-Cola, I can tell.
Yep.
That's
Good old
real-
cane sugar. Yeah.
Uh,
They had 7 bottles in Myers over. And the thing about it is where you find these, it used to be they'd put them with the other glass bottle pop in the soda aisle. You find this in the aisle that has all the world foods,
Yeah, the international.
Mexican and Chinese and all that. Yeah. And
ladies
you'll see
and
that.
or gentleman who is watching us now, rest assured, Last Man Standing is going to be more than live once Bill has some caffeine.
Hey, how'd you like my poster or meme or whatever the hell you call them?
I haven't been on Facebook that much today. I might have missed it, Bill. What
Mm.
was
I
it?
liked
I'll
it.
tell you whether or not I got to see it. Oh, that one.
Okay, now I gotta go look, guys,
That one.
That one.
because I didn't see it yet. Where is it posted? Is it in the
Well-
humor group or in your group?
No, it should be posted in the Secret Humor group, but no, it's in the Stupid O'Clock group. But I think I also posted it in the Stupid O'Clock Messenger
Which
thing.
meme?
The one with Dan.
The one where I have to call
Oh.
for my lawyer.
Hang on a second.
I'm looking it up now. I'm curious.
So, yeah, John
You're
will bring
asking
it up for you.
Keisha.
I
Oh.
about died laughing when I saw it.
Well, and the story behind it is the animated picture is what I saw, and that's the wording, who would be the last man standing. And I'm like, what the hell? So I knew I had to make something of it for Dan.
Oh, see,
And
I could have just waited on here. I went
Yeah.
to Facebook and everything.
No. Well, I told you John would more than likely put it up there. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
I'd throw Joe under the bus too there. So,
Not my fault. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Y'all should never invite me on a show or let me go on a show because there's no rails. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Did
Why-
we-
why-
Did you see anywhere else in this show when you
There-
came in?
Hey, there. Not
You guys
only is
seem to
there
have
no rails,
before I get in here.
there's not
Or
only
maybe I
no
just got in here
rails,
too early.
but
Despite the fact that there is a railroad train behind me, there are never any rails on these shows.
Okay, good.
We start off
I don't
without
have to
rails.
feel too
and we
bad.
go-
and we don't have any steps either, so don't feel bad.
Cool. Okay, I feel better.
It's just one huge drop off.
That's kind of the point of this show is there are no rails.
Yeah. Rails? We don't need no stinking
Thinking
rails.
rails.
If you're not of an age to have seen, which one was it? The Western. Treasure of Sierra Madre?
Yes. I believe
Yes.
that's where
Humphrey
that line
Bogart.
comes from.
That-
Although,
That joke will not make a lot of sense to you, but it gets repeated a lot.
Is it before like 1991? Because if it was
Oh,
before
big time.
1991,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
probably
I
gonna.
think it was before 1940.
Mickey
It's older
Dolenz.
it's older than me, Keisha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mickey
you're young.
Dolenz
You're
does a
fine.
really good takeoff of the Mexican soldier in one of the Monkeys episodes.
Mm.
One of the later ones that got even more kind of goofy than what they normally were. But
Well, I mean, have
Nine-
you actually seen the movie that they did?
1948.
yeah, Head.
Yeah. That lets you know what they wanted the series to be, but weren't allowed to make it that.
Well, supposedly Jack Nicholson and Bob Rafelson and all them were getting high and just kind of spouting off stuff in a tape recorder, and then next thing you know, they make the movie Head.
I've heard worse premises for a movie.
Yeah, well,
It was a lovely picture.
but if not anything else, there were a lot of great songs that came out of that movie. And you got to see one of Terry Garr's earlier appearances.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten that, actually. It's been so long since I've sat through the whole movie. I mean, I've got it somewhere. Oh, it's on videotape. Well,
the
I'll
first-
never get a chance to see that again.
Yeah, you can. If you come over to the artwork of Bill Sarton, I show it all the time.
I don't have any VCR players that actually work.
You don't need one. All you
VCR
need is
DVD just kind of, well, I mean, for the recording I've got. Even the ones that are VCR DVD, all the VCR parts of them have stopped working, and I really would like to have a VCR player.
I've got like 10 of them in my house. If
Do any of them work?
they
That's
all
the
work,
point.
it's horrible.
They all work.
I even have a built-in. There's a TV back here.
Horrible.
I still have the TV I had from when I was a kid, and
little-
it has a built-in DVD player and VHS player, and it still works, and it's right behind me. And then I've got a VHS player and a DVD player in every bedroom of the house, and
I
it's a
am
problem.
so jealous.
I'm
My
I'm
sister-
misunderstanding something,
Sincerely,
though.
I
Why
am
is this
so
horrible?
jealous.
My sister got me a DVD VHS combo
Uh-huh.
one Christmas. I've still got it. And because I've still got it and it's still working, I've inherited all the VHS tapes in the family.
I have
got an
several
entire
hundred
shelf of
VHS tapes in my
tapes.
house.
Yeah. And I wish I could watch them. I'm slowly replacing them with DVDs
Hey,
or
Skunk,
digital
Yeah.
downloads. But,
tell them about that thing we did when we were over at Grumpy's Music looking for the, was it the green VHS tapes, the orange VHS tape?
I put it in that place.
I can't remember what color specifically Audrey wanted, but I don't remember what we did when we were over there that you're referring to, other than like.
You had a friend who liked to put stuff. He made his own VHS tapes.
Yeah, I
and
knew
marketed
that.
them,
Yeah,
and he wanted a certain color.
yeah, but I don't remember which color it was.
Me neither.
I thought you were referring to something specifically we did while we were at McKay's.
Yeah. You and me walked through McKay's looking for VHS
Yeah.
tapes.
Well, but they don't have VHS tapes anymore,
Oh.
which was the disappointment of the day. Was finding that
John,
out.
John, ladies' lingerie is not the place where you look for VHS tapes.
You're just not
Good
looking
for
hard
you.
enough.
what store did you mention?
Grumpy.
McKay's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, McKay. Okay, I thought you.
We were at McKay's. Okay.
Wow. What? Wait. I thought you were just being funny. I thought you were calling it that for a reason.
No, well, there's
No, we were at
Grumpy's
McKay's.
Music
I don't know what store you're talking about.
Oh, Grumpy's is used to be up on Ashland Terrace. in the Highland Plaza Shopping Center.
I'm
Come on,
learning
and they
more
moved.
about Chattanooga than I ever really wanted to know.
Well, I'm
I
sorry.
can't find these things if I had a GPS that actually worked.
And he was the fourth dwarf too.
So Grumpy's Records and Tapes was kind of famous for a while. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And all he did was like use books, tapes, records, stuff like that.
This
I
sounds like,
bet.
Ort's Oldies down here. And William Orton Carlton is his actual name. Has been a great friend since the early 70s. Anyway, he's doing fine at the moment. He forgot to pay his electric bill this month, and it should be turned back on now because he had an emergency payment go through tonight. But he is off to one of the local Athens, Georgia adult beverage dispensaries to have a good time and raise a few toasts to friends both present and absent. So he's doing pretty good. Grumpy's music.
Apparently, it's still there.
It doesn't look like it's doing a lot of business at the moment, though.
Yeah. Looks like a liquor store.
Looks
That's
like a
gone out of-
ghost town to me.
Well, that's gone out of business.
You expect to see zombies in that environment.
It's
But-
probably Sunday.
Oh,
Probably
I
Sunday.
still see boxes, and I really want to go through the boxes.
That does remind me.
I
of something
think
that
if-
happened to me today that was weird.
Oh, what happened to you today that was weird?
Well, my roommate wanted to go to the store to get stuff for dinner, and I was like, okay, I'll give you a ride. And so we got out in the car, and I was like, where do you want to go? And he was like, Save a Lot. There's a Save a Lot in Red Bank apparently, and I didn't know that, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, all right, I guess we're going to Save a Lot. So we went over to Save a Lot, and they're in the middle of closing. We walk in, there's nothing there.
They're
you
closing the
mean-
store
never
for good, or
I've never seen a grocery store that was empty before. That was weird.
4 or 5
Come up
years
north.
ago, 4 or 5 years ago. About 3 years ago, I got to see several grocery stores that were damn near empty. There had been
Our
run
Save a
on
Lot started-
everything.
Our Save a Lot in Danville started selling liquor. They're
Oh, well,
only certain ones, I guess, do it. Just kind of like the Dollar Generals that actually sell fresh fruit and produce, which that's kind of a laugh. It's like a half an aisle of stuff that looks like it was leftovers from other stores that didn't want to sell it anymore. But
That's
and
not
all of our Save a Lots are in kind of lesser ends of town.
somebody, I think it was today, if not late last night, asked me what Southern Comfort was. And I said, other than the rocket fuel that Janis Joplin used to keep going during the 60s, it's one of the most famous imports into England and one of the favorite beverages of little old guys about 60 to 80 who really like orange tasting liquor. And other than that, I wasn't able to give too much of a definition.
I had a friend of mine that used to heat up Southern Comfort.
Ooh.
You know, that does not sound great.
Nope.
Warm alcohol in general does not sound great.
There's a very famous picture of.
Irish coffees are good.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yes, please do say.
Brain fart.
Okay.
You were
We'll
gonna say brain
accept
fart?
that.
Okay.
Dan
just
says
thought-
senior moment, but
Yeah, well, I am one.
Yeah, he's allowed to have those.
What's my excuse? Because that happens to me constantly, and I'm only 30.
Brain fart.
Survival
Okay.
instinct.
Varna moment.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I did actually look up Varna on what is it? Google Earth, and
I'm so glad y'all are looking up where I live.
it's a freaking postage stamp. It has 4 roads.
I know, and I live on one of them.
Michaela
Actually, I
was
live
make-
outside of. I live
Michaela was
outside of the
making
village.
fun of me
So.
for looking up where people live during the blizzard, and I'm going, well, I'm just worried about y'all. And she goes, yeah,
John,
cyber stalking.
you like to do the Google Earth travel logs all the time.
what am I looking for?
Varna, Illinois. we're gonna find where Keisha lives.
Ah,
Good luck. 'Cause
She
even
can.
if you're looking, like if you type my address into the GPS, it actually sends you into the middle of a cornfield. We have to tell people, we're like, do not follow the GPS, guys. You will end up in the middle of a cornfield, going, where is this place? I just tell them to
Don't
look
you
for all the
actually
ducks
live in
and
the middle of a
chickens.
cornfield, though?
I do live in the middle of a cornfield. It just takes you to the wrong part of the middle of a cornfield.
Oh, okay.
She's children of the corn.
I do.
it takes you to the wrong cornfield.
It does. It takes you like a half a mile to the cornfield that way.
Where?
Oh, hey, look. That road is only a 30-mile-an-hour road. No.
Hey, they have a
Okay,
cell phone
so-
tower.
This right
Yeah.
here is 89.
Keisha, your house looks like a grain bin.
That is the wrong way. So that is actually going into town. I live out in the cornfields the other direction. So keep on going. Keep on going.
About 70 miles.
Keep on going.
Oh, what a long, strange trip it's been.
Keep on going. Oh. Yep, keep on going. Nope. Keep on going straight.
Straight.
We're getting closer. I promise.
Hey, they have traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It
is
was
a
a traffic
lie.
jam.
Traffic is a lie, guys.
That was just the day the photographs were taken. They had a parade just because they
Oh
knew
no,
the.
keep going. Keep going.
the
Y'all are
GPS.
almost to other way. Y'all are almost to my house.
There you go. Keep going. Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Was
I
that
told you,
the
I live
Varna?
out-
Was
No,
that
that
the
is not my
Varna
house.
population sign that we saw just a minute ago?
That was the probably. Keep going.
Varna population 7.
Okay. See that house over on the right?
Yeah.
Let me
Those
see.
are
That one is
trees.
not it. Keep going.
Jeez.
And Michaela is within 10 minutes of you. How is that possible? She drives faster than the speed of light?
Yes.
Okay, I can
Okay,
accept
wait.
that.
Go. I think that house over there. No, it might be the next one. Keep going. It's the next one after this one. I told you I
180
live out
degrees,
there.
John.
Yeah.
Keep going.
How far can you see the tornado coming?
Oh,
6
like-
to 8 weeks.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
I think you
Oh.
need to go 180
They-
degrees, John.
They go harvest the fields and then still get back in time before the tornado comes.
Wait. Keep going. You're almost there. I see my trees.
God, you
Oh,
keep
okay.
saying this.
She recognizes
going.
the trees. I was about to ask.
All I see is the trees.
Keep going.
Keep
My
going.
house is the next one on the right.
Keep going.
There's
There's
nothing on the
nothing
right.
on
Keep
the
going.
right.
Guys, keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
This is a deep dive, John.
Oh, no.
Keep going.
Wait. Okay, where are you at? There's. Nope. That is not my house yet. It's still going down the road. You went back a little bit. So go back
Keep
the other
going.
way. The other way. Should be that way.
Yeah, we're back at the.
Yeah, you almost had it. We were almost to my house, guys.
And then John got impatient and go, "Hey, I
500 north.
it on the map."
Keep going.
Well, there's Varna. I
You
recognize
went the wrong way.
blank spot on the map.
And that's how Varna looks too. It's just a white blank spot.
Okay, go down that road. That dirt road.
Keep going.
Right there. Go down that dirt road.
Apparently they don't get a lot of Google traffic down your road.
Yeah,
So that
you can't.
you see
can't
that
go down
house
that
over
road.
there?
It doesn't exist.
The other way. If that's 500 north, that's my house right there. Yep, that's my house.
All right, yay!
There's
Keep
Keisha
going.
in the tree
Now we know where all the mutant
picking
chickens
apples.
are from.
Oh, yeah. See, we found it. There it is. That's my house.
Keep going.
That's a big ass house for out in the
I
middle
told-
of
it is
nowhere.
a
Yeah, Google
six-bedroom
never
house.
went down County Road 500 north.
Is that a? Are
Cornfield?
those trees or just big tomato plants you're growing there?
Those are trees.
Oh,
I
Full
don't
on
think
size
those are
trees.
tomatoes. I don't think those are legal in many.
I think
states.
they're rutabagas or something there. I
That's
don't know.
propane.
That's my propane tank, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
does it work?
propane
And then my
tank?
house and my barn.
Keep
What's
going.
this?
That's a
Carl has a
playset.
propane tank.
Yeah, really. It's usually full too.
And the area over there is my chicken coop area.
That's your chicken
And
coop.
then that big thing is my barn. And then I got the garage in front of it. Yeah, but that is my house, guys.
Is the barn for equipment or is it for horses?
It is actually for right now. I've got chickens, ducks,
Chickens.
and bunnies in it. Yeah, but look at how many neighbors I have.
And they're all made of marshmallow.
See, over to the right, so that is my closest neighbor. But over to the right, that is just a building.
Over to the right. Keep going.
Over to the right. Nope, the other right. There we go. That is
You're on the
actually
right.
not a house. That's just a building.
Oh,
Just keep going.
it's
They
owned
knocked
by the
down the-
CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see how much beautiful stuff there is around my house?
That silo may not have corn in it.
It does have corn in it. We have lots of corn here.
It may have one of my cousin's ICBMs.
You have lots of nothing there.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
I've
You
never
have to
seen.
keep going.
It's a sea of corn.
Now, I am not going to
Okay.
rewrite Yellow Submarine to include Sea of Corn. No.
So see that little thing right there, Varna? That is the actual village I'm part of.
Hey,
and
let's
that is my
visit Varna.
closest thing.
Honey, you're not part of any village. You're way the hell out on the outskirts.
Yes. But that is
that
my
may be
closest
where your
village.
mail comes from, but
Oh no,
you've
I
been
actually get mail delivered out here, guys.
you've been run out on a rail from Varna.
We have a good like six whole blocks in Varna. There's the fire department. See, we got things, guys.
Do they have
Oh.
Street View there, John?
Are you trying to convince us or yourself?
Oh,
No,
a little
no,
bit
they
of
don't
both.
have Street View in Florida.
Can you tell she's done this before? Probably way too many times.
Hey, when your town
I've had to
is so,
explain to people where I live way too many times.
when your town is so small that the main street doesn't have street view, okay?
That sounds about right.
The Google driver literally stuck to the main highway and didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He
That sounds
thought that
accurate.
was Varna right there. the 4 or 5 bends.
Oh no, actually go down this road because it only takes like 2 seconds to go through Varna on here.
It only takes 2 seconds to go through Varna in real time at 30
That is
miles
true.
an hour.
On a bicycle.
Okay, there's one road. There's
On a
two
skateboard.
roads. There's our Casey's. We do have a Casey's.
Of course. Where's your Dollar General?
We don't have a Dollar
Because-
General.
That's how
Oh,
small
well,
they are.
That tells you a lot right
Oh,
there.
man. Because they always put a Dollar General right next to a Casey's.
And there
Come
is
on
the end
now.
of Varna. That is the last actual street. Hey, look.
Apocalypse
It's got a nice.
Lane.
So
yeah, that's Varna.
okay, the rest of you won't get this reference, but I'm sure Keisha will. Keisha has Jacob Dickey or Kevin Whitey come out in the WCIA store or whatever they call the vehicle, the mobile vehicle. Whenever there's bad weather, they go out and track down all the bad weather and the tornadoes and everything. Have you ever seen them drive through Varna?
No.
Oh,
That's because there's no bad weather in Varna.
yeah.
Actually, I just had 2 months ago. We had a tornado a couple cornfields away from my house.
I like how you
Cornfield
can measure these things in
irregular
cornfields
measure.
away
They
from
could be
your house.
500 acres or two.
How do you define a cornfield?
Okay,
That-
so
That's
the
not
length
a
of-
Scientific
unit I'm
measurement,
familiar
Bill.
with.
I'm telling
we
you.
call it. So what we call it here is a country block. So a cornfield is a country block. It depends on how big of a cornfield the person owns on whether or not it's a full country block or a half country block.
Keisha, that's not a country block. That's a country.
It's an entire
Yeah.
county. Is what it
That's
is.
a continent, I think.
Yeah, that's where I live, guys.
Well, it's beautiful even though it's isolated.
That is the entire reason I live out here, honestly.
This
wait.
stupid o'clock.
You're almost getting
Oh,
to like the actual places you can go to stores.
New
Bloomington,
Jersey?
Yeah, keep going.
See?
Peoria.
East Peoria is like the
Peoria.
closest thing.
Ooh.
Back when I was playing Smash, Crumble, or Chomp or something like that, that was one of my favorite towns to destroy with the Godzilla. It was Peoria.
I feel like if anybody wants to find me now, they can.
Uh-huh.
Like they literally know where my house is. It's cool. I have nothing to hide, but I do have guns. So
This stupid
horrible.
o'clock travelogue is brought to you by the Varna Casey's because there's nothing else in
There's
Varna.
nothing else. Oh no! Hey, we did just get our first bar.
Kind of wish
Of
I had
course.
Okay, now, when you say bar, are you saying like a place where they sell liquor, or like
Alcoholic
they got in a
beverages.
bunch of metal work stuff and nobody's seen metal in your country for forever?
No,
it's
so it is an
Sandboard.
actual bar. It's called Bullseye Bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be in one of the grain bins.
I
you
run
call it
like
the-
half of Varna, guys.
You can call it the bin,
the
but then
boar's
you
bin.
wouldn't have a corner to piss in.
That's because it doesn't have
It's-
corners.
I know. See?
That's the joke.
I know. Guys, I'm on liquid Tylenol. No. There's nothing that,
Get the
everything's
NyQuil.
going to go this way.
Yeah.
Dimetap
so-
nap.
She's one step down from where Joe was.
So since my surgery, I'm not allowed to take any medication other than liquid Tylenol. And liquid Tylenol is like very strong to me. Like I take liquid Tylenol and I'm like, yeah. It's like drinking a shot of liquor for me.
I don't take a lot of medicine, so anytime I take medicine, it's just over the
Yeah.
top. So,
And here we go again.
Speaking
Keep going.
of liquor,
tonight's Stupid O'Clock is brought to you by NyQuil.
Drugs.
The nighttime
Yay!
sniffling, sneezing, aching, coughing, stuffy head fever, so you can rest better.
We
NyQuil
sound
comes in
super
two
hot.
colors, red and green. It's the only thing which has its flavors listed as red and green. What else is red and green? Christmas colors. Mix them together.
I
It's
love
one hell of an
Christmas.
eggnog.
Hey, there
Oh.
you go. NyQuil eggnog.
That sounds disgusting and awful and should not
really
be a
does.
thing.
Bloody aliens are also red and green, but
And people drink Fireball and Jägermeister.
That is a
okay?
that is a reference. That was not a reference. That was a quote from
Heavenly Day.
what's his name? I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name.
All
It's
right.
a comedian.
Stephen
Lewis
Wright.
Black. Lewis Black.
Oh,
It was Lewis Black who said that. He was talking about the fact that he was given a bottle of NyQuil. He didn't know you weren't supposed to drink the whole entire thing because he didn't read the instructions. So he drank the entire thing, and he's like, I woke up 3 days later.
Lucky he woke up
can't
at
happen.
all.
All right.
NyQuil kicks
Ladies
my
and
butt.
gentlemen,
And that's only if
You-
I take a shot of it.
we have seen Keisha's place. Now, behold,
we barely broke an hour yet.
Oh, cool. It's Dan's house.
in the middle of our street. Yes, indeed. And you can see the machine gun emplacements.
Our house. Thank
Careful.
you for singing along with me. I feel
Careful, careful, careful. Copyright.
That is a more recent photo.
I don't think they're
than
going to
that.
copyright my voice.
Someone
No, I think
should-
it's the lyrics.
Let's see. One of those trees has been cut down, and I don't know if you can
This
even
made me
see
think
the
about something.
on my.
I see one falling down.
Oh no, there's several that have fallen down. The big cedar tree that's closest to the house, right next to the white car, Lindsay cut that down with a handsaw.
Fantastic.
Oh, good for her.
Well, it was about to overshadow the entire house and keep growing, and it's a cedar tree that I planted that came from Jacksboro, Tennessee, and I'm going, okay, yeah, I know it kind of spread out a bit. It was supposed to be tall and thin, but it didn't work out that way. So, yep, it's gone, and now it's going. The stump is about 4 feet tall, and it's going to become a bird bath or a plant tree, depending on what she decides.
We all sound super healthy, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, folks, we started talking about cornfields. Now we're talking about stumps.
Wow.
That is where
Holy
this show is
shit.
going tonight.
Well,
Let me see. Stop screen share. And
No, I stand corrected. We started talking about volcanoes, so
true.
I know, I was very
but we just
interested in
kind of went
volcanoes.
downhill from there.
Well,
How do I get
sorry, I
rid of the
didn't
labels?
take you all through the scenic route, but
oh, back when you were talking about Southern Comfort, Dan,
yes.
I started looking stuff up and I discovered a drink that I think I got to try. It's called a maple bacon Manhattan.
Color me intrigued.
Yes. Southern
Sorry,
Comfort,
Keisha, it includes bacon, but
Southern Comfort, vermouth, bitters, maple syrup, and bacon.
They have vegan bacon. Tastes like bacon strips, but it's vegan.
It has the texture of
notice
cardboard.
how carefully we're not asking what bacon strips taste like, dear.
I haven't had bacon strips since I was a little kid, so I can't really honestly tell you, but I remember them tasting like vegan bacon.
Too much.
Aren't bacon strips for dogs?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Dogs don't know
Woof,
it's not
woof.
bacon.
Arf, arf, grr.
Oh,
Evidently,
God.
Keisha didn't know it was not bacon, too. So
It's a Varna thing you wouldn't understand.
we'll
I've
give her
only
that.
lived in Varna a couple years. We're talking
God.
LaSalle, Peru area here.
Probably shouldn't have admitted to that.
So I'm looking at the Google Street View for where I used to live years ago.
Mhm.
So the people who own the house now dug up the pool. I can see that on Google Street View. That's really the only thing. They've they've graveled they re-graveled the driveway. But yeah, they dug up the pool. That's the only thing I can see. And when I
That
say
would
they
make
dug
me
up the
so
pool,
sad.
I mean like they have straight up excavated the pool. There's a
Why would
crater.
you get rid of a pool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
What kind of crazy psychopaths are living there?
They replaced the pool with what, Skunk?
Just a
A
hole in the ground.
crater.
Basically,
Oh,
a
a
hole
crater.
in the ground.
Yeah, it's just a big muddy crater where the pool used to be.
Well,
It's-
either
it's
you're hunting
incredible.
for crawdads or you're trying to lower the property value of whatever you own.
Well, I'm going with that one.
Which? Trying to lower the property value?
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
Maybe they're
It
going
would
to start a
be
night crawler farm.
Nightcrawler farm.
And
Oh, you got-
also, judging by the Google Street View, this explains how come I was so miserable when I was living over there.
Oh,
Apparently our neighbors were beekeepers.
I
I
love
kept seeing
bees.
signs for local honey around my area, but I didn't realize there were freaking like 1 million beehives like next to my house. Holy crap.
you thought
love
it was
buzzy bees.
a dating site?
No, I just didn't realize they were that freaking close to me. I thought they were down the road. I knew they were selling
Local honeys.
honey
I
in that
I
area.
get that one on Facebook all the time.
Dan, what are you looking up?
I'm not
Really?
looking up anything. It just comes across in my recommended links when I'm going. She looks Russian.
You know,
to me.
there's some truth behind those recommended links because whenever I get a recommended link, I'm like, you guys listen to me too much. Because I'll sit there and mention something just completely random. 2 seconds later, I get an ad on Facebook or Twitter, and I'm like, that is exactly what I just talked about.
I've learned not to talk in front of the TV set or when my cell phone is not locked up someplace soundproof, or well, a million other things. But
So
I will see ads for stuff that I'm not the least bit interested in, but it might have come up in conversation with
My
someone.
ads are always
go.
fun.
I'm going to share this tab.
Okay.
I'm going to share this tab so everybody can see it. This is funny.
It takes a few steps.
Yeah, give me a second.
3 steps.
No,
All right,
it's
here we
about
go.
steps.
So here's why this is funny. This
Oh,
is
we
my
got a
dad's
Russian bot?
property. Uh-oh. Get rid of it.
There you go.
Kill it. Kill it with fire. Guys, kill the bot. There, thank you.
We got it.
Okay, so this is my dad's property, right? Okay. Now, this picture is technically old. This satellite photo is technically old, right?
But
Because
nothing has changed.
plenty of things have changed. Okay, so this blue area right here in the center, right there, right? Can you see my mouse? I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
I can, yes.
Okay, you can see the mouse right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear 'em.
So this blue area right here, right? This whole entire structure, that's a boat. The blue is the tarp covering the boat, right? And you see this pickup truck right here. It's my dad's pickup. It's usually parked over here, but it was parked here at the time. I must be at work because I do not see my pickup. And my stepmom must have been at work because I don't see her pickup. But back here in the back, see these 2 cars
Yeah.
that are identical, except one's gray and the other one's white. Those are Mercedes. That was before my dad swapped the engine from the one Mercedes to the other.
Okay.
So
did
that's
it
how
work?
I could date this photo. I know when this photo was taken.
Are you sure it's old enough for you to date?
Ha!
I mean, it was taken over a year ago. I can say that.
Okay.
Oh,
Because the
y'all
Mercedes
saw my
wasn't
house,
running
right?
yet.
Yeah.
That had to have at least been a 5-year older photo because that is not when I lived there.
You used to be able to, when you looked at Google Street View over at my old house, you used to be able to see my dad's semi in the driveway. Of course, that was also like almost a decade ago. That picture's been replaced since then.
Apparently, Google doesn't come out here very often.
I don't think they go out anywhere very often.
I think Bill's right. I was about to say
They go
the
through
same
Ringgold a
thing.
lot, apparently. I've seen the Google Street View car at least twice when I lived in Knoxville. I used to, my work van used to be on Google Street View. And I know it was because you actually see like my van, the truck I was driving at the time, like speed around a bunch of in the Google Street View. If you click through, it's like a time lapse photo of my truck trying to bypass everybody so I could get up next to this dude. And then the last picture you see is me talking to the guy, like leaning out the window, like, "Hey!" And yeah.
And you look in the vehicle.
He told me. What?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, he told me, he was like, "Dude, you could have just asked me to pull over." It's like he didn't have to race up the road like that.
I was going to say, you pull up next to him, Skunk, and you look into the vehicle, and it's a robot driving. A Google bot.
Actually, it was a dude, and he looked like he looked like every IT guy you've ever seen in your life.
I know lots of those.
He just looked like any IT guy. Just imagine what you imagine a guy that works in IT looks like. That's who was driving the Google Street View car.
Best Buy Geek Squad.
Whenever I've seen them come by my house, there's like a string of 6 or 8 cars, all of them with cameras pointing in every direction. And every driver looks like somebody from a Men in Black movie.
Yeah, the guy, like I said, the guy I saw, he just looked like I said, an IT guy, not like Geek Squad. Because I don't know. Don't forget the Geek Squad. Okay. Anytime when I say somebody that looks like a guy that works in IT, think more like IT crowd or like just if you've ever worked in an office and you knew the IT guy, that's what I mean. The guys that work in Geek Squad, every single one of them are too suave. If you've ever seen them, they all look too good to be IT guys, which is why they work at Geek Squad.
I don't have a Geek Squad, but I kind of want to get one now so that I can see, because all I imagine is nerds.
They're not really.
That's
the ones around here look like high school kids.
Yeah. They're basically all like high school, college age kids who are like working on computers, and they're not huge nerds. No, they're nerdy, but they're not huge nerds. Yeah. Like the last Best Buy I worked in, the guys that were in the Geek Squad were like musicians. Like they all had like long hair, and they all like that was basically all they did was like they worked in the Geek Squad, and when they didn't have anything to do, they would boot up GarageBand on the iMacs.
Skunk, I literally seen at the Champaign Best Buy, and I think you remember when you were talking to me last year about getting the Logitech headset. Went in there, this guy that I first talked to had thick black glasses on, which I know they're in style again. I get it, Clark Kent glasses. And he had a little bit of white tape right in the middle. I looked at him and I started smiling. He says, "Yeah, I know. I got my other pair at home and I forgot to bring them." And I said, "No, man, you need to wear these every day at work." I said, "You'll get everybody coming up to you asking for your advice on stuff." I said, "Just because of that little white piece of tape."
I remember one time I went to, I want to say it was Liberty Con. And at the time period, like we had tried to repair my glasses because they broke and I couldn't afford a new pair. And so my glasses had, where we tried to repair it, there was a bunch of welds that my dad had tried to do. It did not go well. And so I had the welds covered up with duct tape. So my glasses were welded and taped together, and they just looked like the worst ever. And guys were coming up to me just being all like, I love your glasses. And I was like, why? And they're like, oh man, it's just so cool to see like somebody doing like custom like punk glasses like that. And I'm like, I wasn't trying to go for that.
That was not your intention.
Yeah, that's where you go. Oh, thank you very much. I worked hard on these. It's just
I loved having I loved having pieces of slag poking me in the face. It was great.
Yep.
Everybody loves that.
With a pair of tortoise shell rim glasses that had snapped in half, and my dad, the machinist, simply drilled out both halves and put in a screw that was right-handed threaded on one side and left-handed threaded on the other, so that it just went together. And he put a little daub of epoxy in the middle, which broke out the skin on the bridge of my nose because.
You seen that new Warby Parker commercial where it shows how they make the design for the pieces of the glasses, and it's just a bunch of speckled plastic pieces, and they shake it up, and then however it comes out, that's the design that's going to be on your glasses.
Not mine, thank you.
I'd probably buy them.
Very stupid.
I go for metal rims, and usually the ones that go all the way around the bottom of the lenses, although I do have a pair somewhere that I'm supposed to wear when I'm on the computer, and it's like the frames hook up to the side of the lens and there's nothing except the bridge holding all of it together, and I'm going, if my cat decides that she's pissed at me, these things are going to be toast in like an instant, and I'm going to have scars, but they're going to fall apart. There's nothing holding them together except it's like a fan dancer's costume. There's only a couple of strategic points that actually have any physical existence,
So they're just rimless glasses, because that's what I was thinking about getting, because these things, I thought the black on there wouldn't be so noticeable, but then when I put them on, they're like super noticeable. Mm-hmm. And I thought I either need to go to silver or get the rimless ones, but I was curious on how stable they were.
Well,
thank you, Ryan.
I've never broken them yet. Oh, Ryan. Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Hi,
Ryan.
Ryan Permison, ladies and gentlemen, a celebrity here too. Another fellow that runs a very good web show. So shout out to Ryan.
Nerd culture.
Yes.
Somebody say webs.
I don't think it's quite that kind.
Oh, I'm getting a very cool toy.
My daughter opened it. It is no longer in box.
Oh, that's okay. You got to play with them. Come on.
Oh.
I dated this girl who had a daughter. Every time she would buy her a Barbie. Now, she was about 8 or 9 years old at the time. She'd buy her Barbies for Christmas or birthdays and that, and different vehicles and that. She had a walk-in closet that looked like a Barbie store. She never took the Barbies out of the boxes. I said, well, she took them out, played with them, put them back in. No, the tape seal was not broken.
Was unbroken. Yep.
So I have several large totes in my basement right now full of unopened Barbies and porcelain dolls that my parents and grandparents bought me when I was younger. Like, creepiest things ever. But I still refuse to open them to this day, and they are downstairs in my basement. At one point, I did take the ones that I had opened, because I'm talking like 10 totes full of these things. I did have some of them open. And at one point, I took all of the ones that I had open and I lined them up in my living room.
Bugger.
That way, the second you walked in, all you see is just creepy faces staring at you. It was amazing. I miss it. I should do that again.
I did find a way for me to be able to afford the Tesla pickup truck that I really want. But this is the only one I'll ever be able to afford. So.
Hey, at least you got one.
Hang on to it. It might be worth as much as a Tesla down the road.
Well, if my children save it long enough, it'll be worth about as much as my pension. So, yeah.
Hey, Dan, speaking of Hot Wheels, I saw the new Hot Wheels for the new Batmobile from the Batman movie that's coming out. It looks like a Mercury Cougar. That's what at least the Hot Wheels version does.
I was hoping you would tell me it wasn't ugly.
Well, if you like Mercury Cougars, it's not, I guess, but.
Ta-da!
I want to show off more things on my desk. Ta-da!
This isn't on my desk. It's just piling up my room here.
No, this is
ta-da!
just I got a whole jar of buttons.
Well, those
ta-da!
My toys aren't.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Hey, I could use about a dozen of those.
The spoons or the glue?
The spoons. I need spoons.
Oh, God.
Believe me. I'm trying to get through my life here. I need more spoons.
Ta-da! Yeah. You can tell I'm a bachelor.
Where did it go?
I'm trying to think of if I've got anything else cool.
Where did it go?
Oh, I probably have more toys in my rooms than
This is my
all
box
of you put together.
greeting cards.
Ah.
Birthday cards, greeting cards that I send out. If anybody ever wants one, just send me your address and you will get a Christmas card, a birthday card, an anniversary card, a card when I'm thinking about you. It gets a little crazy sometimes. And I just bought this new cute card that I really want to send to somebody, but it is still blank. So for anybody that wants a card, I will gladly send one to you.
Here you go, John. I don't know how to use them.
I have one that looks like zombie hands.
You're a writer.
It's in my kitchen, though.
I do.
How can you be a writer and not use chopsticks?
I know how to use it.
I use my fingers mostly. I don't type with chopsticks.
This is the nerdy chopsticks.
I thought he was going to pull up a pair of tweezers.
That's the compass that you actually use to measure things rather than find your way around the woods.
That's how Keisha knows
There's
what
no woods around my house.
a country block is in Varna. She goes out there with that on her hands and knees.
Between this and this big. No. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I can see where I've got to sew that back together and sew that back on.
She started doing that when she was pregnant with Dolores, and she's how old now?
She's
72.
4? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Did you
Jody.
see Dolores's life goal the other day on Facebook? I posted it.
Hey, Joe.
She told me, "Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be an angel." You know, out of curiosity, why do you want to be an angel?
I think that comes after you've grown up.
No, she says she wants to grow up and be an angel so she can go up and be in the sky with the aliens.
Charlie's Angel.
Okay.
She's hearing you talking about aliens too much. See, it's your fault.
Hey, I didn't do any of my alien research until after she said that because I was like, you know what? I should probably research for my show this week.
Dolores and the dog are seeing things that the rest of us are not.
I don't have a dog yet.
Oh.
My cats. I have 3 of them. They're the bane of my existence.
Dolores and the chickens are seeing things that none of the rest of us are yet.
I know. She always sees these creepy things on the ceiling, and she has like screaming matches with them. The other day, she just looked up into the middle of our living room, and she went, ah! And she said, "See, I can scream just like you." And I went, "Yay!" Okay. And then
Silver another
Now
corn.
we know where the next Wes Craven is coming from.
no, the other day I tried taking a selfie. Like, we were in bed reading our bedtime books about like ponies and unicorns and stuff, like we do every night. And I went to take a picture of her to show my husband. So I was going to send him a selfie of us. And as I'm like taking the selfie of us, she freaks out and starts like making this scared noise. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "The guy in the closet scared me." I was like, okay. What guy in the closet? She goes, "The scary guy that was in the closet." And I was like, uh-huh. Okay. I did not look in the closet that night. I just went to bed. But apparently there was a scary guy in the closet. I'm still alive, so.
Well, I'm gonna have nightmares.
I live
Hey.
You know, she's going to spend more money on shrinks than I am.
I'm probably going to have dreams that I'm lost in Keisha's cornfield and I don't know which direction to go.
North,
You're on the right. You're on the right.
Just keep going.
north.
Just keep
Yeah.
going.
You'll eventually find something.
Just keep going.
Yeah, more cornfield.
Just keep going.
Somebody else's cornfield. That's the important part.
See, this is what happened to me when I came here, when I was 12, 13 and that. I'm like, what you just saw there at Keisha's town, that's all I saw everywhere. I'm like, how do you people live like this?
We're very talented.
Oh, God.
Well, it's been
Improvise.
fun and everything, guys, but it's like almost 12:30 and I'm pretty tired, so I better go.
Don't have any nightmares.
Thank you very much for showing up. We always enjoy having you.
As Sammy Terry would say, pleasant nightmares.
But
Sure.
Yeah, nobody gets that reference because Carl and Donna are not here. But
right.
that was a scary movie show, and Sammy Terry was the host. That's what he always said.
I'll have to look it up.
WTTV Channel 4 out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Now, I do need to know if y'all.
I'm from Chicago, so I only know Chicago stuff.
Yeah, well, you know Creature Feature.
Meet up.
From Chicago.
Oh.
You know Sven Gulli.
Sven Gulli, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm friends with him.
Actually, real quick, right before I go, I do want to point out that for Christmas one year, my dad got a Sven Gulli action figure. He was absolutely enamored with it too.
Oh, the little Mego one?
This guy. Anyway.
Yeah, that was actually son of Sven Gulli.
Yeah, I mean, we still call him Sven Gulli, but
the original Sven Gulli, Jerry G. Bishop, he just kind of looked like a hippie zombie.
yeah. Well, anywho, you guys have a good one.
Night, Skunk.
Good night, Skunk.
Bye.
Yeah, the original Sven Gulli was, the show was called Screaming Yellow Theater.
That's
Okay.
WFLD TV out of Chicago, Illinois. And then they had Channel 9, WGN TV Channel 9 out of Chicago had Creatures Features. And the beginning of the show was a big collage of all the Universal monster movies, little bits and pieces of scenes from them all. And then the actual song that they played was Experiment in Terror, which was trying to think of the guy who did that. He was kind of like Neil Hefti and all them.
I'm sorry. Bill going to be gonna hear if you draw it, they will come. Bill gonna be stuck in the middle of Keisha's cornfield waiting for his favorite cartoons to come out of them.
I'm not going to draw it. I am planning on drawing something tomorrow, Jody. Another new pick, but it won't be Keisha's cornfield.
So I actually painted a beautiful picture of my cornfield out my front window once, and I put it up to see in a gallery that I was in. I was in an art show, and I didn't actually put it for sale because I didn't want to sell it because it was a personal piece for me. And I went back and she's like, "Oh yeah, I accidentally sold that one for you." She goes, "Here's your money." And I was like, "Okay."
How'd she know what to sell it for?
Oh, because I told her to price all of my stuff because I'm awful at pricing my artwork in general.
Boy.
I was like, just put a price on things for me because I don't know. So she did sell it, and I was like, oh, man.
Was it a good price?
I don't remember. I imagine so because I give away my art for free. It's awful. I'm really bad at, hey, look, we got another Russian bot.
Yes, I'm on it. Oops, no, Bill was on it. Not Bill, but John was on it.
But,
right.
Yeah. I have no...
Say, don't you block me, Dan.
I'm not good with pricing my own artwork.
Cartoon boy. Oh.
Well, there is no right or wrong price, Keisha. I mean, it's you.
Yeah, there's a wrong price if it's not enough for what you did.
Well, but see, that's the problem. Now, Keisha not having well, she didn't want to sell that one, so I understand that. But if she did want to sell it, and like, oh well, you know, most people think, oh well, mine isn't worth what Jody McPhee's artwork is worth, or somebody else, you know, and so they have this feeling of inferiority. And then
that's me. I'm really good at that.
So what you do is you price it, whatever you think that you want to put on there, price it twice that amount, and be amazed when people buy it. That's very pretty.
Well, you know, I can see it well enough. It does have some of Keisha's normal disturbing themes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's a nice collage.
So this is actually, I just put all of the paintings on my daughter's crib one day. Or at least the ones that I could fit on my daughter's crib, and I took a picture.
Child abuse, dear. You can be prosecuted for that.
What?
That's child abuse, dear. You can be prosecuted.
Oh, she wasn't on the bed at
no
the
wonder
time.
she sees things on the ceiling and scary people in a closet.
Yeah.
It's her mother that does it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mommy
no,
Dearest there.
I
It's
wish
the
I had
ghost
my camera
magnet
with me
right there.
because I have this thing that I call my wall of faces. Which has nothing but an entire wall of creepy faces that I plastered all over the wall that I've painted. Super normal. If you guys are curious, I'm completely sane.
We have a guest. We have a guest visitor.
Hi, Kitty.
We have a guest visitor.
Oh.
This is a first.
I was going to say, I knew that wasn't Elrod.
This is Elrond. Yes, this is.
Is it?
Elrond. This is Elrond half Siamese. Yes. Look up here.
Okay, I could just see the. Okay, now I see him better.
He is so pretty.
Yeah.
He's a pretty baby.
Meow.
My cats drive me crazy.
That's what their job is.
Oh, then that's cool.
Yeah. It's in the job description. They're supposed to, you know. It's kind of
Well,
in the union rules.
We had the snowstorm here. We had the snowstorm here the last couple of days, and Laura's dad's little buddy Ranger, little orange cat, was gone all those days. And, they had 15 inches of snow in Danville. So we were extremely worried. And while I was over there yesterday, I'm digging a path everywhere, kind of looking around and thinking if he's held up somewhere and can't go through the drifts, dig a little path for him to walk. And then this morning, he just mysteriously showed up and made everybody happy again. But I don't know if he going in somebody's house or he's got a girlfriend somewhere that he's out catting around with or what. But second time he's done it.
Dear Diary, this morning the cat teleported back to the house. Despite the 54 feet of snow outside.
Was about right, too.
I'm hoping that happens with my bunny because my bunny Bun Bun got out the other day right before the snowstorm hit. And I've been looking for him.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Keisha, you're probably more of an expert on the bunnies than what I am, but I seen one when I was digging out around our area here. And he was underneath an air conditioning unit. And of course it was snowing real heavy at the time. So I get it. He was trying to get out of the not having the snow fall on him, but he was shivering in that. But do they do well in the wintertime? I mean, I'm thinking
my bunnies are actually outside right now. And their enclosure is literally covered in nothing but an 8-foot mound of snow. And they are happy as can be.
So they don't have a warren or anything like that they go down into? Or?
So mine do. I built
for them.
I put a bunch of stacks of hay and straw into their thing, and I just let them make their own little tunnel system. And they have like tunnels that go throughout the whole thing to where they can get over. So my bunnies are potty trained, and they only go to the bathroom in one corner. So they have a tunnel going to where they go to the bathroom. They have a tunnel to their water, and they have a tunnel to their food, and then they have a tunnel area that they sleep in. So it just, they're fine.
So if you go walking by,
Rabbit wants X-rays of this rabbit warren.
I was going to say, if you go walking by some straw in Keisha's yard and all of a sudden you hear a toilet flush, it's the bunny warren.
Probably. Hey, Dan, I sent you the pictures of my wall of faces. That way, if you wanted to see them.
Do you want me to show them? That's the question.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Now Dan won't sleep tonight either.
It's not that bad. I think they're completely normal.
I know. What was I saying?
Oh, I've seen worse than Mad Magazine, actually.
See, they're normal to me, so.
Okay, let me see. How do I click back to the? Okay, share screen, share tab. Window? Yeah, window. That's the one. Media viewer. Da-da-da. Share.
Okay, people, get ready.
I have people come up to me and they're like, will you take $5 for this piece of art? And I'm like, yes. And the canvas itself cost more than $5.
There you go.
See?
That's the first one.
That is a completely normal thing to have on your wall, correct? Feel like
normal for you, yes.
Mommy.
Look at that cute little one in the middle, though. He's my favorite. I just made him.
So if somebody wanted to buy that wall, how would you get it down? And
I mean, if you're willing to buy the wall, I will literally chop off the entire wall and just send it to you. We built that entire room from the ground up. It had no walls in it when we moved in this house. So I mean, I know how to put more drywall up.
This is definitely a different take on We Built This City.
We built this city.
Did that actually change?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Now you're seeing the other
I
half.
wasn't aware it would work that way, but thankfully it does.
Yes. See, completely normal things.
Normal is subjective. Thank you. Yes, Judy, you are completely right. And more so in my case than it is Keisha's, because she thinks she's so strange, but no, this is about normal.
I think the one on the
Yes,
far left
I'm
used to be a
normal.
neighbor of mine.
Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah.
The what on the left? Is that what you said?
I was joking. I do
Oh.
see a book cover in there though.
Yeah.
Actually, 4
Couple
of my
of 'em.
book covers are in there. I've got
Yeah.
one more that I need to add to it, but yeah. It's where I hang up my stuff. Those are the paintings that I refuse to sell to other people, so I just put them on my wall.
You know, I have some of those myself. I don't want to part with them. I have had some that I was in the middle of painting, and somebody goes, "I'll give you actual money for that," and I go, "Oh, money."
Why would you throw money at me for something like that?
Because I needed money at the time. Yeah.
I
or
will take
it,
any money.
or it was done on commission. I have, hand to God, I have actually painted on commission Elvis Presley on a Stairway to Heaven.
Hmm.
Thankfully, they did not require it done on black velvet.
I bet you they are regretting that now.
Actually, no. Their descendants are going, you know, Dad should have went for the extra black velvet. This would be really, really good price at a gas station, but no.
Your Hendrix one is my favorite.
You know, my oldest boy has claimed that one. If I ever pass away, he thinks that he's going to inherit that, and I'm going, yeah, go ahead and give it to him. I mean, I painted it for some guy at work that turned out to be, well, actually, the guy went to prison for murder and then died and escaped. And I refused to sell it while he was in prison because, you know, some guy that goes to prison for murder, he asks you to do an oil painting. You kind of hang on to it in case he ever gets out.
We got another bot, yeah.
Yeah, well, the bots can go and
Might come knocking on your door. I'm back.
yeah, really.
Where's my painting?
Oh, another bot.
Right here. I saved it.
Now the bots are taking on American names to try to fool us.
I don't think
Haji
Hopkji is as American as you think it is.
Yeah, John Gunn.
No, I was talking about the other one,
John.
John Quinn.
Gwen.
Looks more like John Guinan from here, but you know, these glasses are crap. But
That's your Phil Silver glasses you got on tonight?
mm-hmm. Just the frames, boss. Just the frames. Where were we?
We were nowhere.
There
We
was a
have been.
We're talking about art that we weren't supposed to be selling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, paintings we weren't supposed to be. Yes. I was in the middle of painting one, and my next door neighbor came over, and he looked at it and goes, "I'm throwing a party tonight. You want to come to my party? I'll give you $25 for that painting when you finish it." I'm going, "What does that got to do with the damn party?" He goes, "Nothing, but I really want that painting." Basically, it was a Hubble telescope photo of Jupiter with a spaceship that I made up flying towards it and utilizing a weird sort of tunnel diode FTL drive to go to a totally different solar system that you can see on the far end, all the way through the backside of Jupiter, which is, not recommended to you because it's for adults only. Anyway, the guy gave me $25 and invited me to the party, and I think I wound up leaving with not only the $25 but 2 bottles of liquor as well, because other people enjoyed the painting, and I wish I knew where he moved to, because I really would like to have a photograph of it for my collection of stuff that I have done in the past, whatever you call that.
Portfolio.
Thank you.
I need to make a portfolio.
That reminds me, I got to check the tracking on the sketch that I sent to Nita, because when she popped in on the green room last night.
Yeah, she was on the bus.
She was on the bus, and I couldn't hear her when I asked her, so.
Well, if she's not home, she doesn't know whether or not she's got the thing delivered or not. So.
Well, I didn't know when she left though, so I don't.
She posted that she was leaving very, very early yesterday, and since she's on a Greyhound, I don't know if she's even arrived yet.
It should have arrived yesterday, I think, was the estimated time, but let's see.
It might take 3 days for her to drive to ride a Greyhound bus to a 300 mile away destination, because she wound up going through Baton Rouge and New Orleans and then to Atlanta to get to Florida. So this is
in the name of common sense.
Greyhound bus routes do not follow common sense.
Evidently not. Because if
Thank God and Greyhounds. Oh,
Stephanie, I found a way to rationalize it. Think of having to use about 15 different gravitational slingshots around different planets in order to get up enough speed to finally get somewhere not really far away, but they've got to orbit Venus, then come back to Earth, and then go to Jupiter, and then come back to Earth, and then, that sort of thing.
Yes, but you've got a straight shot on I-10 from New Orleans. You don't have a straight shot from New Orleans to Atlanta. It doesn't make sense.
Welcome to Greyhound.
Guys, I'm going to have to head out. I'm going to go take some more medicine.
I've been taking medicine the entire time we've been... Oh, wait, no, that's not medicine. No doctor would dare prescribe that. But
I'm going to take some more medicine and I'm going to pass out. Sounds like a good night to me.
In that order.
Well, Keisha,
Maybe.
Thank you for being on the show tonight. We love you, and
thank you for having me.
Get well, honey. Get well. Take care of yourself.
So far I'm having very mild COVID symptoms. Like I've got a headache, a little bit of a stuffy nose, a slight cough. So hopefully it stays very mild, because that would be pretty cool.
You sound like John's commercial.
What?
Headache, stuffy nose.
Oh.
For NyQuil. There you go.
Big vapor rub.
Fantastic.
They need to pay us for that.
They should. Uh-oh.
Oh, he had to take a break.
Well, good night, guys.
Good night.
It was nice.
Good night, Keisha.
Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you all soon.
Yeah.
Sleep
get
well.
Feeling better.
Well, you know where we're at.
I know. If I get bored or I can't sleep, I'll find you. All right. Talk to y'all later.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Night.
So the lady at the post office says, I'll highlight the tracking number for you. What, with yellow paint? Because I could just barely see any numbers. Not that I could make them out by any means. It's like, I know that's a 0, and who knows what the rest of it is. And you can't really see it from the back either, so I'm kind of SOL on this one, unless there's another way to track it. I'm looking at everything else on here. There is a transaction number and a receipt number.
Call the call your post office, and they might be able to tie the receipt number to the tracking number and give it to you.
Hold it up to the light, see if you can see it.
Yeah, I could see more yellow when I hold it up to the light. Yeah, that, now it does the estimated delivery date, which she about half wiped out above it. I can tell that says Friday, February 4th, 2022, but man, oh man.
Yeah, that was not smart.
Yeah, and I've had her do that before, so I don't know. Good night, Jody. Thanks for coming. Learning about corn.
Did we learn about corn?
I don't know, but it was
Well, we
awful
learned-
corny.
We learned where it grows around Keisha.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, the package was going to Pride, Louisiana. Apparently where she lives. I knew she lived in Louisiana, but I didn't know. But yeah, it's actually
Fix your
called.
mic, man. Can't hear you. Fix your mic.
Testing 1, 2.
Better.
That's
Yeah,
better.
well, I'm talking louder too. Sorry about that. I did not think my bladder would hold out while Keisha was saying goodnight, so I had to jump and run. Can't go drink a beer all day and keep it to yourself, although I started with 3 cups of very strong black coffee this morning. Well, morning being a relative time. This noon, because I was up rather late last night with the green room and beyond briefly. Very briefly. I've got to look up that video I was watching after the green room and find out how much of it I actually saw before I nodded off. Probably less than half of it was what I witnessed, but these things happen. There's this guy on YouTube. Let's see, Simon Whistler is his name. He does things like the Casual Criminalist and a few. He has several different channels of stuff that he does, and the Casual Criminalist is a nice sort of has finally been solved sort of mysteries program. But he gets a script and cold reads it and snorks while he's cold reading the script. And he's got a very pleasant voice, but if it doesn't stick to the point, it kind of becomes a NyQuil or a Sominex sort of thing, and
Turns into a ramble.
I tend to go to sleep before he gets to the point.
It's a ramble.
I love the show. I really love the show. Oh, well, all of his shows. I've watched several of the different titles that he's done, and he's a really nice guy. He's British, but he's living in Prague for some strange reason. And I highly recommend look it up on YouTube. Simon Whistler, Casual Criminalist, and all the other associated programs that he does. But if it's late at night and you've been indulging as I normally do, and things don't stick to a strict point, then is normally the effect that it has on me. Your mileage may vary. Hopefully it does, because Simon is well worth listening to. I've watched some stuff in the daytime when I wasn't distracted by other things, and
I'll be right back.
there are some really, really good mysteries and whatnot that he has done, and they're great show. Highly recommended. Just not late at night.
Well, it's getting late, guys.
Mm-hmm. Where are we here? Ooh, John, it's time for that thing.
Oh, cool. Give me a second here. Let's see, where's the thing? There's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Skunk came up with that from some cartoon something.
I'm not sure. I do remember it from the 60s, but I don't know exactly what the source material was.
It's some Adult Swim cartoon or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And one of the characters is a sock puppet, and that's the sock puppet dancing like the 60s thing.
Okay. It reminds me kind of a segment of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, actually.
I believe it was.
Yeah, kind of.
Good night, Keisha.
Oh, thought she'd already gone to bed. Oh,
well,
she got her meds and company.
Yep, she had left the show, but meds in bed came later. So, yep. Let's see here. We have 7 minutes left to go. You about ready to call it a night, Stephanie?
Getting close. Yeah, I'm getting tired. It's been a busy day.
Don't worry. I'm not sure how long Last Man Standing will go on tonight. I'm sure Bill and I will give it our best shot. John, you are more than welcome to join us. Stephanie, if you weren't ready for bed, I'd say exactly the same. Is Ryan Permisson still anywhere? No, he's probably not.
No, he did Night All. Was last I saw.
Okay, well, he's probably gone. So, yep, no big deal. If Bill and I don't get hyper, no more caffeine, Bill. We both got to get up in the morning. Well,
What do you mean this we?
Well, I've got to get up in time for me to have a decent day before I go to bed, and get up in time for 6 o'clock Monday morning. And I could basically just go ahead and go to bed tonight, this morning, and wake up on Monday. But my wife would get really bored during Sunday after she comes back from church if I'm not actually up to have a conversation or whatnot. I ordered a set of videos, DVDs of 1800s farm, sort of like the Manor House sort of videos, and I've watched one on YouTube and then ordered the entire set, and she's been watching them while I've been at work, and I know they're really, really good. It's just I haven't really been able to step away from the desk and go spend time in the living room. That's one of those things I need to work on during this year, is stepping away from the desk and spending more time doing things that are offline. That's going to be hard. I really don't cope with offline that well.
Nita got her package.
Okay, good.
Good.
This using this with the light on it, that's what got me through the yellow paint.
Over
So
at the
good.
place. There's a light.
Ah,
Oh,
I should keep this in here.
somebody quoted something, and I was thinking so much that it would segue so well into a song from Rocky Horror, and I go, oh no, now I've got to watch that Rocky Horror thing again, which was a reference to an advert that played in theaters that were prone to showing Rocky Horror Picture Show in advertising the record albums that Tim Curry had put out over the years after Rocky Horror. I really wish he'd done more record albums, but I guess the contracts just weren't there. Thankfully, he's done a lot of voice acting for cartoons and stuff, and done other movie appearances as a live character, and that man deserves our respect. Ooh, 3-minute warning to last man going to bed. No, last man standing. Yes. So, me pretties, thank you very much for being here. I know Joe would be thanking each and every one of you as well.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be doing this.
He is doing that, and he's stealing my copyright is what he's doing. That's my intellectual property. He's sleeping on camera.
Yeah, but his head's back. Your head's usually down like this.
Yeah,
so he found his loophole.
I've got a big head. It kind of droops forward. You can't carry around this kind of an ego without being disfigured. So, okay.
Is that an American ego?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I'll go ahead and end this show so Dan can go start his. Okay.
I was just about to.
So. I would like to thank all of our guests tonight. Rocket Mama Stephanie Osborne, Phil Sartain and his fabulous artwork. I'd like to thank Keisha for showing up, and Lewis Lee and Skunk and Joe, wherever you are. And of course, the lovely Dan Hoff. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Like adios, amigos.
I have slit the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.